Guns going. We got the finger guns going.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Characters. Welcome. We're back. You're back. It's Wednesday night or sometime in the future here on the East Coast. I am Justin Tyler.
I'm Connor Ozer.
Nailed it. We're both coming at you from Brooklyn, New York, the official home of the two of us, as we always say. Connor, how are you doing? You're back second week in a row guest hosting. What a power.
Second week in the row. Eric's in the land of the rising sun. I'm in the place where the sun never stops shining. New York, baby.
Oh, man. You have some great... I feel like in a de Blasio campaign, you would be just right there beside him. You're a great future or past deputy mayor here in New York.
Right. I would prefer to be the attaché to the mayor.
Dream job. Any sort of attaché, which is French for attached, as we all know.
As we all know.
Connor, what do you think, Eric, our often co-host here, but things are changing. What do you think he's up to right now in Japan?
He could be doing anything. He could be buying a katana. He could be doing puppet stuff in Japan for all we know.
My money's on cowering in a McDonald's, stroking an American flag. Just like really culture shock, missing home.
Right. It's entirely possible he has found a way to do sketch comedy in Japan.
He may never return. That may be his true. He might truly be big in Japan.
Japan.
That we all wished for in the 90s. How have you been, Connor? What's been going on? Have you been pursuing any fall activities in this very autumnal season?
I'm not sure. I'm not.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure wow. What counts as fall anymore. Teaching after school feels very fall. I teach them after school. It's school. It's
teaching after school. So it's like homecoming, dance. You're teaching the big football game.
I'm teaching the big football game. I'm doing.
You're teaching romance, little ditty about Jack and Diane, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff to elementary school kids.
Great. That's good. That's good education. What do you teach a specific subject, or what's
it's after school sports. It's after school sports.
Oh, you're doing after school sports.
We mostly run them, and if we want to, we'll go at each other in the sports and have the kids play with us.
Wait, you just said you mostly run them? Like you're just there to like tire them out, or are you like racing?
We are teaching them the basics of sports and such, and sportsmanship and blah blah blah. But they're young kids. So if you run them, they're tired, they'll behave better.
That's true. As a parent, I can definitely attest to that. Well, that sounds fun. Do you do any like kickball or different games? Like, is it just racing? Just literally foot races?
We do a lot of games. Like we were playing soccer today, mostly. Like almost the entire time soccer. Then we played a variation of dodgeball.
A variation? Like a more extreme version.
You got to knock down the pins dodgeball.
Oh, because they can't throw the balls at each other.
No, they can. They
can.
They nail each other all the time. But they're softballs.
Dodgeballs are famously soft.
They make them soft now. Dodgeballs are soft softer. Now. They're softer.
Man, this generation has gone soft.
Soft dodge.
Yeah. Let me give you a little window into what I've been doing. The very rare walk and talk here. You can see this is the ceiling in my home. Those are floating candles and witch hats.
Whoa.
Ooh, it's the scary season.
It's
a scary season.
It's strange that I'm not more of a Halloween guy.
Why aren't you? What's wrong?
I think it's because I'm a weirdo and love theater, as in more capital A acting theater, and more weirdo of like I know so much about Gil Scott-Heron.
So you're like, Halloween is like you live that every day. Halloween is like suckers theater school. It's the
Well,
plebeian theater camp.
right. It's like I'm strange every day of the year.
Yeah, yeah. You have your strange day. I'm weird on June 3rd. That's my time.
Yeah, I can be the weirdest of the year at any moment.
Yeah, I love that dare. And that's a great thing to whisper into a kid's ear at an after school program. Something to think about. Folks, we're talking about dressing up, putting on costumes, and how it's the time of year for that. But that for us, it's year round because this is a character's welcome. We're about to have great character performers come through, play all the hits. I'm wearing my Krang t-shirt, which I just got in the mail. I was served this on Instagram and I answered the call. That's what you're supposed to do, right? That makes me a good person, right?
You're braver than the troops.
Yeah, that's what it says at the bottom of the shirt. That's so crazy.
Bottom of the Krang t-shirt. Braver than the troops.
Braver than the troops. Great stuff. When I got this in the mail, everyone in my family was like, "Oh wow, finally another graphic T-shirt for you."
Yeah.
So I've really grown up.
Yeah, you're usually tuxedo all the time.
Yeah. Exactly, formality. Nothing says formal like a bar hat that is lightly askew, as always, and a T-shirt vaguely referencing a '90s cartoon.
Mm. That's a dapper gentleman.
Did you see that? Was that just me?
I did see a dapper gentleman. They haunt my nightmares, so who knows if we could both have hallucinated.
That was from a Comedy Central digital series that I did with John Gabris called Strong Island, where I was like, I would like to be in a steampunk costume. And they made that for me. And it's amazing. It's really quite beautiful.
Wow.
I served that face though. And that is, okay, take it. You can't put that up there for more than 3 seconds legally.
Let people cool down.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of cooling down, what do you say we welcome out our first guest?
Something that's not cooling down at all.
Exactly.
The opposite is happening.
Heating up potentially. What do you say? Let's welcome out. I mean, this is a guest that I frequently visit, especially this season. You know, I like to get out there, bump into her. So I'm very excited to have her. Please welcome out to the Rectangles, Mother Nature.
I am literally on fire. Hello, people of the world. I don't think y'all have read my signs. I literally put them in big, bold letters for y'all, and no one cares about Mother Nature. And now I am literally on fire. I don't get what's going on. I'm so stressed out and deprived that I'm going through early onset menopause over here. Okay? It's hot as fuck on this fucking planet. And y'all are just like, oh, it's okay. It's not real. It's not real. I am on fire. How are y'all not on fire? I'm literally on fire. I mean, I fucking have fires everywhere. I'm like, hello. The world is on fire. And y'all just like, okay, and just texting away. I literally set everything on fire. So here are all the hints. Right, exactly. Guy Fieri. That is exactly what I look like. And what? I like his cooking. But here are some examples of the signs that y'all have literally not noticed. We've already discussed high temperatures. I guess they're not high enough. I guess I gotta light more shit on fire for you to get your attention. Okay. We have warm and rising oceans. Who you think raised the roof on the oceans? Me. Okay. Remember all those sharks biting y'all on the beach? Me. I told sharks, go bite their asses. And that's exactly what they did. I like sharks. Fish are friends, not food. Orange sky. Remember that day in New York where I just let everything orange on all the orange skies? I changed the color of the sky and y'all didn't blink an eye. Like, I guess I gotta change it rainbow, but I don't know what the fuck it'll be. Okay, loss of species, y'all don't care. I love endangered species. You know who was my favorite? You know who I like more than people? The dinosaurs. I love the dinosaurs. They had a great poker night. Yeah. They were lovely, lovely animals. They didn't cause no problems, okay? We were on this little green dot for hundreds of thousands of years. No drama. No funny business. Okay. And, now we got to talk about my nether regions. A coochie. Yeah. Every mother has a coochie. All right. Nature was born from a coochie. And, it used to be lush, ready for rebirth, moist, thirsty. And now this is a previous hair that I just cut from said coochie. It is literally on fire. Jesus Christ. Man, I rub my freaking musty ass legs together and it's just musty and dry down there, y'all. Mother Nature ain't getting shit. Anyways, moving on. But actually, I'm going to say one more joke about my coochie. See, you got Mother Nature sick. All this gas in my lungs. But here's my last coochie joke. It used to be lush and green, and now it's on fire. It's like a drought down there. And just like the San Fernando drought, it's useless and disappointing. If you get that reference, I like y'all, and I don't want you to be lit on fire. But moving on. Poverty and displacement comes from climate change. So y'all just enjoy being poor? Y'all enjoy being poor? Being displaced? Displacement? Time through space? Being poor? I mean, rent is already high. So do you want rent to be high and your ass on fire? Cool. I'll do it right now. Right now. I'll just wave my hair. Health risks. All this smoke in your lungs. Literally shit in the sky. All that's going to be inside you. But maybe it'll light a fire in you and you'll also be on fire. And then we're going to do something about the climate change. Moving on. Not enough food. Y'all really like to eat food. I saw your DoorDash bill. Ooh. But what happens if all the food lights on fire? Or you can't produce more food? What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now, DoorDash lovers? Mother Nature's gonna come for your DoorDash and your Uber Eats and your Lyft, all of that shit. And when the water evaporates, what are your thirsty asses gonna drink? I mean, I poured myself a glass, but do you see how tiny it is now? It used to be. Ooh, I'll put it in front of my face. It used to be up here, and now it's all the way down here. Water is evaporating, okay? Okay, we got to do something about this. Okay, maybe it's not water, but still, we got to do something about this, okay? Mother Nature is here. All of these are signs. This is literally me being like, wake the fuck up. Anyways, thank you for coming to my town hall, okay? Do something about it, because it's not going to just be me that's on fire. Your ass is going to be lit on fire one day, or shark's going to bite your ass. One or the other. Anyways, I just got to tell y'all, be good out there. Peace out.
Yeah. Sydney Duncan, everybody. Oh, no. Mother Nature brought the haze.
Yes.
Haze back.
No, truly, I have like haze in my throat.
Yeah,
I also love this virtual background I found.
That's good for any meeting, really.
Yeah.
Sydney, I love the idea. It felt like when you were talking about, like, I'm just going to do one more joke about my coochie. It felt like Mother Nature as like a road roast comic. The idea that she tours is like, oh yeah, I'm going up after Jim Gaffigan. Well, get ready.
Oh, wait, I love this. Oh wait, that actually gives me a lot of ideas on like where to take things. I love these notes. Thank you so much.
No, it's not even a note. It was just felt like
it felt roasty.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I also love the moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I love a good wig where you can move and go. Moving on. You know, like moving it. It's fun.
Yeah. And now a lot of people, there's a talk of Guy Fieri. You even mentioned Guy Fieri.
Yes.
Is that like a Guy Fieri themed cape? Is that? Oh, I see. Wow.
Actually, no. It's like a, good old. I feel like everything on Amazon is either like really expensive or sexy devil, sexy flame, blah blah blah. So it was like a sexy flame. It's like a cape with flames.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about sexy, but I'm gonna use it.
I think sexy just means like you can see through it a little
See
bit.
through it, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And that's to decode Amazon speak for sexy.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah. Character
very
people,
fun.
we're keeping Amazon alive. Us
Yeah.
alone.
Truth. I know you bought everything with flames on it.
Yes, I
beautiful.
did, truly. Yeah. I also think this is a Yu-Gi-Oh mask or Yu-Gi-Oh wig, like the flame guy. I don't know his name, but yeah.
Shout out in the comments if you know which Yu-Gi-Oh character we're talking about. Old Flame Top.
Yeah.
Old Matchstick.
Yeah.
Anybody? Great. Sydney, what have you been up to outside of monitoring our decaying environment?
Yes. Besides the Earth, I have been getting ready for my one-woman show. I'm going to be performing it November 5th for New York Comedy Festival.
Oh,
you can
that's
find
awesome.
all info there on my IG. I'll be at Union Hall, and it's a one-woman show about characters and impressions and just dialogue about like being a Black woman in society. And I have put a lot of time and love into that show. And I always like it because the show's called ACAP, Angry, Crazy, and Black. And whatever rage I'm feeling in normal life, I'm like, ooh, on November 5th, I'm about to rage. And so I really love working on that project. And yeah, I get to perform in November.
That's awesome. Being part of New York Comedy Fest, that's huge. That's really awesome.
I was so honored. I'm really excited. I'll be at Union Hall. And I've done it a couple times at Union Hall, and I have to shout out the bartenders. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that recommended me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they really love the show. They come up, they're like, yo, your show is an actual show. Like, that was legit. And I'm like, I don't know if this person is drunk or not, but thank you.
The two things about the Union Hall bartenders I've noticed, they actually pay attention.
Yes.
For every show I've done there, they are watching the entire time. I don't know. That's the only venue I've ever performed where the bartenders are like
watching. Yeah.
And every single one after we would do Characters Welcome, there would be like, you want a shot? So they do the shot.
We love them. We love them.
There's definitely some drinking going on behind the stick.
Confetti.
There.
Yeah.
Shouts to that.
But no, they're lovely over there. And actually, if you ever want to do a show there, I'm the one that donated like a 50-foot HDMI cord. So if you ever have like tech, lighting, sound, you used to have to do it 2 different spots, like one behind stage and one person at the lighting booth. But now you could just have one person at the lighting booth. And I was like, I don't understand why no one thought of this before, but it's now there. So you can do everything like in one spot.
You are literally an angel for doing that.
Yeah, that's
so many people
that's
reached
heroic.
out and were like, oh my God. Oh, wait, thank you, Cindy Attack. No, really. I was like, when I got there, I was like, why don't you just have one cord? And they're like, we've been thinking about buying one for 2 years. And I was like, I went to Home Depot that day.
Yeah, you changed the game. You should have a very tiny plaque on the end of that cord.
Dun, 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 dun,
Get that, or even just a piece of Scotch tape with your name on it.
Right.
Shouts to that.
Right.
Yeah. Should have thought of that. Yeah.
You should at minimum get to do some graffiti on some wall of Union Hall.
Yeah, a little graffiti. One tiny graffiti taped to the wall. It'd be like, Sydney was here.
You get a printout of graffiti and then
tape it up. That's very conscientious graffiti.
Yeah.
Lightly tape it to the exterior. Right. Just for a while. Take it off when you're sick of it.
Yeah. I was actually surprised Sarah wasn't here. I saw her at a commercial audition today and I was like, I'm doing characters tonight.
And did she say, I will be there 100%?
No, she was like, I'm trying to think of something. I'll see.
Because she's tricky. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We always expect her here and then you never know. She's a mystery.
Never know.
That's the beauty.
Yeah.
I heard tell she would be coming back for our show coming up next month at Brooklyn Comedy Collective. So Sarah heads out there. Stay tuned when we announce that date. She will be there. Sydney, anything else you want to promote? Just the show. We've got the link out there. People go see that November 5th. Yes. Check out the IG. Anything else?
I have a monthly show that I feel like your community would love. Grand Character Hotel. It's also at BCC every month. I don't have our November date as well, but if you're interested in characters and like seeing them live, like obviously go to Characters Welcome. And then Grand Character Hotel is just another show I host where we just give character people, even more opportunities to kind of get up on stage and do longer sets. I mean, there's not a lot of shows for characters, so
hell yeah.
There.
And having done characters on stand-up shows, it's always a welcome change. Yeah.
it's
Oh
it's
my
it's a
God.
welcome change,
It's
but it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Some
You
people are like,
you
why
gotta
are
do
you
something
here?
that like makes sense that like a
Yes.
stand-up could have done.
Yeah. I
when
realized, okay. Oh, sorry.
No, go
I
ahead, go ahead.
realized something that helps if you ever do characters on a stand-up show. Roast yourself doing the character, like as you're putting on the wig, like, so like this is so dumb, blah, blah, blah. Like make jokes about your wig
Yeah.
and your costume, and then go into character. It kind of warms people up to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good theory, but that's what I've been doing.
The weekly stand-up / variety show that I ran at UCB for years and years, we had a character and we would literally say, all right, coming up next is something very different. It's going to be a character. So they're going to be talking to you in character, like truly laid it out.
Right.
So I think that actually really helps.
At first I thought you didn't have to do all of that, but you really do.
You really do.
Yeah. Yeah, like I have characters like, now I ain't no comedian. I'm just a simple boy, you know.
Yeah.
You really lay it out there. Yeah. I'm not on this stage. I'm in a cornfield in southern Georgia.
I am working on specifically for stand-up shows a character that's a reverse crowd work comedian.
Of course.
It's like the audience works me.
Buckle up for that. In the meantime, Sydney, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah,
November
good to see
5th,
you.
get out there to Union Hall. We'll see you next time. Later.
Ray John.
Ray John. Sydney Duncan. What a
Sydney Duncan.
Great energy, always. And just completely, she's always on fire. That girl's on fire.
That girl is on fire.
That's true. And folks, if you want to keep our wig habit going, like that Yu-Gi-Oh! No word on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. We'll get to it. Hit us up on our business Venmo. We have that business Venmo, which you can throw some cash. That's the money that goes to Jorge, our tech. It goes to wigs, and that's exclusively it, because that's all we do. And if you do send us some cash, we will read whatever comment you put in there live on the show, as one person has learned very extensively. And that person is Robin Richmond in our recurring segment, Dear Diary. Dear
Diary.
There it is. There it is. Oh, you see that? That's a little sound up. So we if you donate, we'll read it. Robin donates on the reg. So here's one from recently. Dear Diary, birding update number 5. My fiance does not like my crow caw. Wow. Frowning face is the end of that. That is a bummer. You know, that could really drive a future marriage apart. But congratulations. There. Yeah, let's run through the our 2 bird calls that Robin has provided. I mean, I love that first one. Is so legit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Robin, the ultimate human bird. We've always said that. And that's it for Dear Diary. So please throw your comment. We'll read it aloud, or attach a bird call if you can. We will play that, no problem.
All right.
What do you say? Shall we jump into our next character?
Let's go right the fuck in it. I got this one. Please.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rectangles. Your old toothbrush.
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nicht.
Good evening. I am your old toothbrush. Look at my sad hair. It used to be fun punk silver mohawk. Fresh from the box and perfect for cleaning your mouth places. But now, my bristles, they are brown and droopy. I used to be like, brush, 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 spit. And now I'm like, brush, 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 drool. 4 out of 5 dentists agree that I should be thrown away. And that 5th dentist is a sick fuck. He eats toothpaste on his bagels like it's cream cheese. The toothbrushes are supposed to be used for 3 or 4 months max, and it has been 2 years for me. Why do you keep me? You might as well be brushing your teeth with a hairy chopstick. Come on, are toothbrushes $1 million for you? Brush, 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 speed. You dropped me in the toilet once and just ran me under hot water for a minute. Do you think that cleaned the piece off me? No, I'm a toilet brush now that you keep putting in your mouth. I know all of your teeth's names. Pointy, Big Greg, Sneaky Dan. He has a cavity, but he's not telling you. They all hate you. Why? Stop eating soup. Stop. It's like a surprise hot and chunky bath for them. No good. Applesauce, however, is nice. It's like a day off for the teeth, and they celebrate with songs. Here's a secret. The teeth keep a small piece of spinach hidden in your mouth. And when you have a very important meeting, they take it out and put it on the front. Everyone thinks you're a fool. No one takes your mouth seriously because you don't take me seriously. Brush, speed. So go ahead. Put me in your mouth and let us do our twice daily dance. I just have one favor to ask. Could you introduce me to the tongue? I think it is flirting with me.
Justin. Ugh.
Hello. Shock twist, says Kevin. That is also a Yu-Gi-Oh wig. That is correct.
That's correct. That character, Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh himself.
Yeah. Yes, that I hear Robin Richmond shouting hat. That is correct. That is a hat. Wow, Jorge in the comments, Jesus Christ is all he said. Wow.
Yeah.
How dare you? And Irie, I believe, Fang Bang. That's a good one. That's a keeper right there.
Ooh, Fang Bang. Fang Bang is actually a Dracula orgy, so I wouldn't want to get that confused.
Yeah, that's it awkward if you show up for the wrong place.
Yeah, if you go show up for the wrong Fang Bang. We've all been there.
Are you switching out your toothbrush on the reg?
Whenever I go to the dentist, that's when there's a new toothbrush.
Oh, you wait for the dentist to hand one to you. So you go and you get the 6-month dentist calendar? You doing it diligently?
Yeah, I do the cleaning, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I feel like I encounter a lot of people who are like, I haven't been in 3 years. And I'm like, how do you?
Yeah.
And like, tell me if you think this is crazy. I grew up in the country, so we had a well, not like a bucket rope well, but like a well
connected
and
to your pipes.
Yeah, connected to the pipes. I didn't grow up in the country in like the 19th century, but the dentist finally was like, hey, you didn't grow up with fluoride in your teeth, so your teeth are more vulnerable to cavities.
Oh.
Does that sound legit, or is that dentist taking me for a ride?
It might be like the dentist boogeyman, like kind of thing of like he's trying to scare you into being careful.
And I guess it worked. So one time I was in college, I went to the dentist and he was like, here's the bad news. You have 5 cavities. They're on both sides of your mouth. So I can't numb both sides of your mouth. So I can either do half now and you come back in 2 weeks, or I can do all of them now if you don't take any Novocaine. And I didn't want to make that drive back. So I did a straight drill.
How was that? Not
good. I agree with Novocaine. Is good. I learned very intensely.
Yeah, I've been numbed up for any weird tooth work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if it's true if you can't numb both sides of your mouth. Because I think why not? I don't need to talk.
Maybe he just has one needle and he's just like, this won't be clean.
I mean, it would be truly insane to get 2 shots back to back. Like, what psychopath would be like, yeah, give me one and then give me another one without facing consequences?
Maybe someone did it to him weird, and he was like, no. Someone was like, did both needles at the same time to him, and
to the dentist. So the dentist is a personal vendetta,
right? Maybe this could be personal trauma from the dentist leaking out.
Yeah, that's a great call. Dentists are the weirdest professionals, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how big our dentist audience is, but most dentists I've encountered, I'm like, you're a sociopath of some kind.
Right, because the other doctors that could be fetishy, I feel like get filtered out by being weird from being weird. Like I feel like
Huh.
no, I feel like you don't hear about like a perv gynecologist, but you hear about a perv dentist.
That's true. Dental school is less like sort of watchdog. I feel
Right.
like you just keep looking at the teeth, you'll find you graduate. Keep
Yeah.
your eyes on the teeth, they say.
Keep your eyes on the teeth. Yeah, just don't get too distracted.
Eyes on the teeth.
Eyes on the. My teeth are up here.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, shouts to the perverted dentists. They're out there.
Right.
And just avoid them as much as you can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you say? You want to welcome out our next character?
Yeah. Let's get right to it.
This
All
one
right.
I'm excited for.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. It'll be. Yeah. This is the very nostalgic character for someone of a certain age demographic.
Yes, definitely. And yes, I have watched a Disney Channel original movie, so I am familiar with this character. Maybe you are too. Please welcome out to the Rectangles, the female lead of every Disney Channel original movie. Whoop.
Wait! Don't go! Because I'm the female lead of every Disney Channel original movie. I'm like Vanessa Hudgens in High School Musical, or Bridget Mendler in Lemonade Mouth, or Demi Lovato in Camp Rock. I know you probably think I'm some girl nerd whose biggest insecurity is that she can't whistle. See? Aren't I quirky and relatable? And you were the first person I felt comfortable enough sharing that with. I'm the type of girl who's super shy, but is actually really smart and talented. I'm just too scared to show it. I have a bunch of original songs I've written hidden in a box underneath my bed. I never thought you'd be interested in me. You're the guy I've had a crush on since kindergarten, even though we've never actually talked before. But just in the past week, we've developed all this romantic tension because I made a wish to be popular, or found out I'm the heir to a throne, or discovered my celebrity doppelganger that I've switched places with. I really like the idea of you that I've created in my head. What about Tanner, my boy best friend that I grew up with and tell everything to? You think I like him? Ew, as if. He's like a brother to me. I've hardly even noticed that his eyes are a striking blue. Why are you doing this now? Why are you not communicating with me how you're feeling and then getting angry that I don't know why you're mad at me? These movies are watched by teens and tweens en masse, and they are definitely getting their communication skills from us. Are we going to do anything about it? Nah. This movie was written on such a tight deadline, there's no room for rewrites. I can't handle all this drama, even though I'm definitely the one creating all of it. I have to leave. I came back. It was raining outside, and it really got me thinking. I guess I get angry because of my traumatic past. Can I tell you a secret? My mom's dead. Oh. And my dad's in prison. And my grandma was the queen who died. And my grandpa was a war vet. And so was my dog. They're both still alive, but don't like me much. All I have left is my annoying younger brother who constantly plays pranks and builds robots. They'll recast him to be hotter in the sequel. But how am I going to deal with all that and make it in time for the big dance and win the talent show to save the town and make it to my celebrity doppelganger's movie premiere and present my invention at the science fair and defeat the evil witch? Wait, you think I can do it all because you've always believed in me? And you've had a crush on me ever since kindergarten? Wow. I didn't know you felt that way about me. And now I'm finally confident, and you can tell because I take off my glasses and put down my hair. but I'm still gonna go on to win prom queen and find out I'm the chosen one and win the talent show to save the town by singing an original song I wrote that's gonna make Disney so much money because kids won't stop listening to it.
Yes. Naomi Winters, everybody. Bringing us every Disney movie all at once.
Literally everyone. I researched.
Yeah, did you have you watched all of these? Did you grow up watching all of these?
I definitely grew up watching a lot of them. All the ones I mentioned, I for sure have seen at least like 3 times. So I'm a little obsessed with just the stereotype of that character.
Of course. I'm always interested when it goes from like, I really like this, to when you're a kid and you're like, wait a second, this is just like the lesser, where you see the magic, the rug pull, or you're like, wait, this is bullshit.
Yeah, you're like, you're kind of bad at being a person.
Yeah.
For me, this thing was probably like Power Rangers of like, oh wait, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I watched a lot of like Saved by the Bell when I was very young, and that's also the same way.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I'm just too young.
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't understand. It's the same formula except slightly different kids. So Naomi, where are you coming at us from? You look like this stone wall behind you. Look like you're in some sort of Alsatian castle. That's just a guess.
Yeah, I'm in a castle in Salt Lake City. Mormon castle, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm in Salt Lake City.
Built to defend themselves.
Yes.
Salt Lake City, suddenly a very popular town in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, surprisingly. I don't know why. I've been here for 5 years. I lived in Provo before I moved to Salt Lake just this year, which is like the Mormon town. It's where Brigham Young University is. So I moved to Salt Lake and it's been better.
Just get a little bit of slight distance.
Yeah.
I was out in Salt Lake City briefly last year, and it's huge. It's big and very nice, I thought.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a city. Pretty proud of it.
You're proud? Nice, good. Well, I guess if you're
it's no New York, but yeah. So.
No,
it's no New York. What do you say about that, Connor? The king.
I say nowhere's New York. You don't have to be ashamed of that. Also, I think a friend of mine was like, there was like some weird like sketch theater job she applied for that was in Salt Lake City. Was like, this pays like decent for sketch, but it was like, I can't move to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, that was, it's weird.
What is the comedy scene like there? Do you get out? Are you able to get out and perform? Like,
yeah, there's a surprisingly big comedy scene in Provo. Actually, there's like a sketch comedy show, a clean sketch comedy show there, and so there's like a lot of like improv. They have like a comedy sports down there that I do, and so it's
in
like
Provo. So you still go back?
Comedy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Wow, that's great. So, but you moved out of Salt Lake City to sort of moved to a bigger city to do more, maybe, but there's still actually more comedy in Provo.
Yeah. I just like kind of wanted a change of pace. So like I can take, it's just an hour drive. So I'll drive an hour to do some silly jokes, I guess.
Yeah,
totally.
It's like if you move from Queens to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Oh, now I understand it. Thank you for the translation. Mr. New York. Wow, getting hit in the private chat with a lot of links featuring some BYU TV comedy. And I do know there is like a very active broadcasting community there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that she was.
Yeah, it was probably
like interviewing pretty deep for. But that was like, I can't move here for this amount of money.
Yeah.
That money, we'll just think in like Salt Lake City bucks. That's got to come.
Yeah. It's worthless outside.
Yeah, you can only use it in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it's like Monopoly money. Naomi, what other stuff are you working on out there? What's next? What do you have to promote?
Currently I am unemployed. So I'm I was doing Studio C, but they're in hiatus now. So I mean if anybody wants to hire me for anything. So
the ultimate plug is please hire me for anything.
So my
Yeah.
plug is me, Naomi.
I think if Disney Channel, 90s Disney Channel execs, if you're listening, I think Naomi has a pretty good bead on writing your next movie.
Yeah, I would love to time travel to back then and write a movie for you guys. So
Yeah, because does Disney Channel still exist?
yeah, it's just like worse in a different way, you know.
How is it worse?
Oh,
It's like the 90s Disney, but like older people trying to write to Gen Z, you know. So there's like an add-on, an extra element to the Disney Channel movies that just makes it really hard to watch.
Any network I always used to say this about working for any of the Viacom or like working at MTV. It was like 60-year-old execs hiring 50-year-old producers to make a show with 40-year-old talent, 30-year-old writers or 20-year-old talent for teens to watch.
Yeah.
So wow, none of this way makes sense. And I slowly climbed that age ladder up to the number that I am. Got her. Yeah. High pitch. Yeah.
That's the exact age you are.
Naomi, thank you so much for being here. Please come back anytime. Good luck out there in SLC and Provo Comedy for Life.
Provo
for life. Thank you guys so much.
Later.
Thank you. All right. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. The Salt Lake City is beautiful, though. I was just driving around the desert a couple of months ago out that way, and you drive everywhere because there's a lot of gaps between towns.
Yeah, and there's desert in the Salt Lake City.
Well, just like there's sort of it's arid all around.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the actual like wilderness situation is, I guess.
Right. Yeah. You weren't wilderness prepared for Salt Lake City. No. Yeah, I'm expecting just a series of tents, but no, it's in race cars going on the salt flats. Ooh. Yeah.
Yes, Jorge, do you have something you would like to add?
No.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you for being here, Jorge. Connor, have you been on any trips lately? Have you traveled? Do you plan on traveling?
My dad, I didn't travel, but my dad was in Turkey for a few weeks, just dealing with like family stuff and everything. And I think I found a new contestant for Apple Clash.
Whoa! That was like you pulled that out of thin air like a magician.
Yeah. This is Alex. I think it's a hawthorn apple in English. And they are like the size of a cherry. My dad brought a tub of them in styrofoam. And they're real good. It's very sour. And you can have good ones and you can have really great ones.
Yeah, your face had what I would call like an intense micro reaction.
Yeah. Because it's sour. It's good. It's like eating a cherry as an apple.
Yeah. I like that. That would have to enter Apple Clash in sort of the welterweight, the junior.
The
class.
Middleweight title or such.
Yes. Robert Richmond says heresy. That
heresy.
Is not big enough to be an apple. Taylor Graves to call back. Oh, could be a large tooth. That did look like what you were eating.
A large what?
A large tooth.
Oh yeah.
It looked like, plus the way you produced that was sort of like as if you pulled it right out of
my
your mouth
into your screens.
It's your version of chaw, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Chaw?
Chaw?
That's dip. Mouth tobacco.
Oh, yeah, chewing tobacco. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
That's it. Which you've never put that in your mouth before?
I have not used chewing tobacco, no.
And as I said, from the country with weak teeth, a lot of chewing tobacco is a big hit up there. And if you want to see someone get real sick, watch someone put chewing tobacco in their mouth for the first time. Instant vomit.
Yeah.
Jorge, you ever put that in your mouth before? That's basically a segment on this show.
Yeah. What have you not put in your mouth before?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a sense. You test it with your eyes, you smell, and then touch.
And your mouth.
Yeah. Great. A lot of quotes scrolling underneath. Touch me all over. I'm here for it. Before I continue to put things on screen for the rest of my life, shall we welcome out our next character?
Sounds lovely.
Yes, great. Very excited for this next character for multiple reasons. Let's welcome him out. Please welcome to the Rectangles, your ghost dad who was murdered.
Schön, schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen.
Son, I'm coming to you as a ghost because I have something very important to tell you. But first, I want to say I'm so proud of the man you've become. Not yet. I'm so proud of the man you've become. Or hey, not now. I'm going to start from the top.
Great.
Son, I'm coming to you as a ghost because I have something very important to tell you. But first, I want to say I'm so proud of the man you've become. I wish you hadn't done it trying to avenge my death, but we don't get to choose our destiny. I may have been a bad person for being a corrupt cop, selling drugs, cheating on your mother, funding illegal dog shows. But the one thing I truly regret is not being there for you as a father. Man, those dog shows were really great. I would do everything over again to put on those dog shows. We judge dogs not just on athletics or grooming, but what it truly meant to be a pet. Personality, spirit, loyalty. But I would give up even that if it meant I could be your father. Not again, but for the very first time. Don't cry. Don't cry. I have something very important I have to tell you. I know who killed me. I can't look at you while I say this. I know who killed me. The person you've been searching for all this time. The killer was me! You thought you were talking to your ghost dad? You stupid idiot! I was the one who murdered your father. Derek Sutherland, the shadowed leader of the Vinatello crime family, and the serial killer known as the Bog Nightshade. Your best friend since the 8th grade, you stupid bitch. You want to know what your father said? Right before I shoved my fist through his skull? He said, "Kill me, but please keep funding my dog shows." He never loved you, you fool. He just cared about his dog shows. Soon my machinations will be complete. I will be the secret emperor of this world. Unknown, unrivaled, the hand of God given human life. So perish like your pathetic thought. You have a gun? I remember you being very anti-gun. Well, this was unexpected, so I might as well tell you the truth. I'm gonna take off this. Hey, your father. I never died. The feds found out about my illegal dog shows. I faked my death and collaborated an elaborate story to cover up. Did I become your best friend in the 8th grade? Yes. Did I murder those people? Yes. But if you see one of these dog shows, I think you would understand. So please, our dog shows, we can go as a family. You still want to shoot me? That makes sense.
Connor Ozer, everybody.
What's up?
That was wild. I'm going to quote Taylor Graves in the comments, the layers. And I don't think she just means the physical clothing layers, but I think the descent into madness that was. Igor Zeppelin, like one of those midday soap operas. Truth.
True, truly.
That seems wild to us, but that's a pretty tame midday soap opera plotline.
Yeah, I think it is actually tame for. I'm your ghost dad. No, I'm this killer. No, I'm actually your dad. I never died.
What is on your lips?
It's just blue lipstick, blue liquid lipstick.
Wow, it's very effective.
Yeah,
and you put it on so fast.
I know, right? I've done this character like 7 times, probably.
Hilarious. Great. Kevin says the soap would spread it out over 2 years. That is correct.
That's true. It wouldn't be so condensed.
Now, let me ask you, when we're coming up with this piece, what was the sort of process? Because I could see it going sort of like outside in or inside out, if that makes sense.
I came in wanting to do like a big twist character, so that I wanted to do like different modes of acting. I want because I just sometimes like making like a little challenge, and this is inspired by like there's like a character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure who like literally like lifts up a sweater and is a completely different person. And I really like the idea of trying to do that in a live setting, trying to make that happen as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's an immediate transformation to a completely different person.
Amazing. That's very funny and very so it was more of a format or like a world you were getting into, and then you went through all the specifics of the
I just knew I wanted to do a twist, and then I was writing it, and it's like, it's super funny if there's a second twist that's like, I am actually your dad.
Yeah. So the twist, it's an untwist.
Yeah, a twist and an untwist, which is more surprising, actually.
Exactly. Tell that to M. Night.
Yeah.
And let me ask you about the ripped shirt. was that was that sort of in reference to what you're saying? The
Kind
show
of, yeah. I think I ripped. I think I the first few times I did this, I think I had like a purple sweater, and I had like belts all over it, and like a piece of green fabric here. And I think I did the ripped one for when I did this at my friend's show a couple years, and I just didn't have the same stuff.
That's cool. I would definitely be asking you questions about the belts if you were wearing that.
Right. I had one that was like this, but yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Robin Richmond says, I do have want to see a character that is just a character performer failing to communicate with the sound guy. Well, I mean, Robin, I think that's what you got here, briefly.
We did get that. Sorry.
We call Jorge to take a bow for that character, and it came about spontaneously. I love the way you. Go.
It was just like, no, this music can't be ominous right now.
Well, it was really funny because you're like Jorge, sort of whispering, but we're all watching and listening to you, so it's very hard to just whisper. And then you're like, Jorge, no, I'm going to start over. I think that made all of us laugh.
I heard him, but I was like, there's no way he just said that.
Yeah, exactly. The first one, I was like, it sounded like you said Jorge, but that wouldn't make any sense.
That wouldn't make any sense.
It's very hard to do a stage whisper on a live stream show where you're alone in a room.
That's true.
Jorge, turn the tech off. Don't let the audience in on it.
I was trying to stage whisper for some reason.
Restart. Well, no, it makes sense. When live performers first, they were like, "Hey, Jorge, just turn the music down a little bit. It's a little early, so just turn it down." That's really fun.
Yeah.
Great. Wow. There's a lot of love in the private chat between Jorge and Spencer. The producer and Tech are really just kissing each other all up and down. But also, that reminds me. Oh, God.
Also, the stupidest part, I think, no one ever cares about this part, especially in live stage of like, I'm gonna remove this flesh covered makeup to reveal a red streak of me like putting red makeup down my face. It's so stupid. No one ever cares about it, but I like to keep it.
Let me say, I saw it. I couldn't really see it because of the light, but when I thought I saw you do that, and I thought it was cool, but it's just hard to see on that side of your face.
Yeah, I think it's every time I've done it, it's been hard to see, especially in a live stage thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's never worth it, but I keep doing it.
That's literally what our careers are.
Yeah,
it's never worth it, but I keep doing it. Put that on the masthead, gang. And speaking of that, we're down to our last character. So that means
one more.
That the show's not over, but the show is going to be over after this next character. That's just the way it goes. Them's the rules. That means very soon laughter's over for the evening. So get all your chuckles and your goo-gaws and get them ready. Put them out on the table because it's time to throw them in the air and have yourself a night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying exactly.
Exactly. And you're so committed. You're crying a blood tear like a Casino Royale villain that we still remember that movie fondly, I think.
Yeah, we love Casino Royale in this house.
Yeah, in this house. We love Casino Royale. We believe
Casino Royale is a good movie.
Yeah. Hastily cross-stitching that onto a little circle to hang. That's a good business. Fucked up cross-stitch. We just like to throw out great ideas like we were earlier. It's never worth it, but I keep doing it. Folks, what do we say? Shall we bring out this final character for the night? Very excited for this character. Because if there's one thing that makes the world go round, it's advertisement. And we're about to welcome out someone who keeps the advertisements rolling. Please welcome out to the rectangles a marketing mogul.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it, Santums! What can I do for you, old man? You what? You're mad at me for this one song because it's a lie, and my nose isn't even red. Listen, you holly jolly prick. I made this town. You remember back in the old days when every kid got the same wooden toy because you didn't know what anyone wanted? Now everyone submits their wish list directly to you. That was me, asshole. Can't believe I wore my fancy collar for this shit. Who told you to keep the beard? Me. Who invented a Mrs. Claus so those McCarthy-era rat fucks wouldn't look too hard into your personal life? Better believe it was me. I even moved the birth of Christ to December so that you could wear that fabulous red coat your boyfriend dreamed up. Any idiot knows he was born in the summer. You owe me. We both know you don't care about the truth. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Really? After you made out with that one kid's father? Don't hear you complaining about that one. Can't handle this shit. Now I'm stress eating. And don't even pretend that this is about your sense of morality. You don't want anyone looking into what you pay the elves. You're just salty. You're not getting all the attention. So what if I never pulled the sleigh? Bunch of self-inflated narcissists with carrots for brains, that rhyming rainbow of nitwits is. All they do is work out and look at themselves in the river. You've got an army of quadrupedal sled twinks. I'm sure that's someone's fantasy. Look what you've done. I'm literally falling apart. And don't you dare tell anyone I'm balding. Do you know what those little shits used to say about me? You turned the other cheek when they would laugh and call me names. Well, they aren't laughing now that I bought Reindeer Village out from under them. These songs are the best gimmick I've ever come up with, and they've changed your fucking world. The results are unbelievable. Famous singers are re-recording them. People buy multiple versions to play on Christmas with their families. Who cares if I snuck in one about myself that isn't true? They don't know that, and they can't prove it. I'm mythology now, baby. I'm a fucking legend. I'm Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, and you can't do shit to stop it. Now get the hell out and send in my secretary. I need some cocoa.
Amazing. Avi Love, everybody.
Avi Love.
I have not been able to unlock my phone for 20 minutes.
Hilarious. What I mean, there's shouts to those hooves. Taylor Graves, the hoof is so good. What can you show that close up?
They're literally like they're overly realistic Amazon socks that I just put on my hands.
Oh my god, it looks so legit when you did it. The first time when you did this, that's very good. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
But I love it because the way it feels alive, because it does move a little bit. Man, that was legit. I love that. I also love the not putting on a red nose.
Yeah.
Such temptation to do that.
There was, so Sarah and I had talked about it, and she was like, well, if you don't do it, you have to acknowledge it. And I had tried doing it, but I wanted to do the thing with the antlers coming off, and every time the antlers came off, it took the nose with it. And so I was like, okay, I can't fall apart that much on that line.
That's so funny. So the antlers was intentional. It was hard to, great acting. But it led to an unintentional nose version of it as well.
Right.
That is so funny. Oh man, I love that. And so what brought you to this Christmas, this Santa takedown?
It's been an evolution. There was I think a year and a half ago, I wrote a one-liner that just it occurred to me that like, what if the song wasn't real? What if Rudolph had written the song to just like,
Right.
put that version of himself out there? And then I wrote a smaller version of it at a sketch class at Second City, and then I wrote the longer version of it with Sarah.
That's awesome. Are you Second City? Are you based in Chicago or
No, I'm actually in Oakland right now.
Oakland?
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Oh, you were Second City in LA. You were doing
I was doing Second City online.
online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. Oakland, very nice.
Oakland.
That's cool. Are you so now? Are you still able to do online stuff? Or
Yeah.
are you? Oh, great. I guess
Yeah.
Sarah is.
Yeah, I took pilot writing with Achilles earlier this year, and
Yes.
a bunch of improv stuff.
I mean, I guess to continue the theme through of the night, like, are you performing in Oakland? What's the Oakland comedy scene like?
There's a bit of an improv scene here. There's definitely some cool stuff that happens. I mean, I think the best stuff in the Bay Area is like we have a really, really cool immersive art scene. So just like there's a ton of like circus people doing weird face shit, and like, you're gonna come and interact with characters in costume for the evening.
Yeah, these circus people are so weird.
Well, I mean, there's something to that. Like, I feel like in New York and LA, less so. I think it's changing a little bit out in LA. But like, if you're a character person, you're the weird one. Everyone else is very like, I wear a t-shirt and jeans and improvise, or I wear a t-shirt and jeans and do stand-up. And then like, so you're the weird one with a wig. But if there's like a circus scene, you're just part of it, and that's really fun.
Yeah, the Bay Area is definitely the place I have found where everyone is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But also performing. And I think that's something I personally feel like New York's lost a little bit of that, at least in my time here. I've been here for a while now, just about almost 20 years. And I think New York's just losing the weird thing, and comedy's a little weird since the pandemic. And I feel like all these other sort of slightly smaller cities are taking on that, and I miss it here. It's so great.
Well, and it's great here because Elon Musk is systematically bankrupting all of downtown. So we have a ton of space now to do whatever we want.
Genius. He's truly a supporter of the arts at the end.
Right. He's ungentrifying so many storefronts.
Yeah, we don't have to loot them. They're just empty.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is bound to get a shout out on one of these shows. So, Avi, do you have anything then that you're working on out there that you want to send some people to, or anything online?
No upcoming shows, but definitely, like I said, I'm writing a pilot, doing some improv stuff. So keep an eye on the Instagram, and we'll post stuff when I have it.
That's awesome. Avi, thank you for being here. Have a great night. Come back anytime. That hoof is going to haunt me. That was awesome.
That was awesome. Such good costuming.
Oh, great. And such a subtle, like, man, I did not see that.
Yeah, just peeking it out. Yeah. Real use of the space.
Yeah. I'm a big DIY costume maker, but I am not doing as good of a job as Avi is.
Of course not. That was great.
Yeah. The toothbrush was really just an inside-out, sort of furry boot cover. I don't know what this is even from. Why do I have that? Yeah. I think this is part of a lion costume that was.
Okay, that makes sense. I can see that being a classic Wizard of Oz lion.
Yeah. What line? It's never worth it, but I keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's what yes. Hold on to that one, Jorge. That's we gotta keep that. That's gonna be one to really bring around. Speaking of that, Jorge, why don't you get in here? The show's just about to end. We gotta see what's up.
Jorge. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so sorry.
Yes. And this is the segment where everyone apologizes for all of the things they did during the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not apologizing for the things you don't know about, though.
Oh, fuck! Smart.
That's good. That's good. That's how
you're gonna be a mediocre criminal someday, Jorge.
Yeah,
really great.
Oh.
Guys, comedy's over. We did it. Another Wednesday in the books.
Done.
Great. Now let's all
Head over to Eric's Twitch.
Oh, sorry. My apology. I'm sorry that you're all looking at that and heaven forbid clicking on / typing it into your
honestly
browser.
Eric should be Twitch streaming. He should be at claw machines getting that gaming content in.
Yeah, he's definitely doing so. That's his version of it. Robin Richmond in the comments. I'm sorry I didn't find the Yu-Gi-Oh character with the orange hair. Wow. Look, our research department is falling apart.
Well, they went back to last week tonight with John Oliver, so they're busy.
They have jobs.
We get him on Wednesday. He gets him on Sundays. It's fair.
Yeah, we should reach out to Drew Barrymore's ex-writers.
Drew Marybor is
Drew
my
apologies.
official name. Folks, that's the show. We will be back here next Wednesday night. We have guest host John Vander coming through with me. It's going to be great. In the meantime, live hard. Keep doing what you're doing, even if the quote, I've already lost it. It's never worth it, but I keep doing it. Hold on to it tight. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.